Hi everyone, and welcome back to Novel Nomad, and welcome to day 20 of Vlogmas. I can't believe I made it this far, so congratulations for sticking with me. Today, oh my goodness, what is today's puzzle? Oh, this is cute. So today's puzzle is All I Want for Christmas. You can see that cute little book and book tag. So for this one, I decided to do All I Want for Christmas was the books that I was looking forward to in 2024. As you know, I will be doing read your own books for 2024 as well. So these are books that I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye out at the library, or I'm going to be purchasing when I go traveling or during my 6 get out of jail free carte blanche moments. But yeah, so these are 10 books that I'm looking forward to being released in 2024. Okay, so unsurprising, number 1 on my list is actually a nature writing one, which is, it's not surprising. It's a collection of essays that's published by, I think, 404 Ink Press in the UK, and it's called Gathering. And it's basically a selection of nature writing written by women of colour from across the UK, because nature writing tends to be quite white or male orientated in focus or in authorship. So it is really wonderful to see that these perspectives and these views on nature and experiences of nature are being realized and published. So I'm very excited for that one. Next I'm a huge Six of Crows fan, and I really love Leigh Bardugo's writing. So it's no surprise to see that The Familiars is up here. The Familiars is, I think, a historical adult fantasy set during the Spanish Golden Age, which sounds amazing. I'm so excited. So yeah, that's definitely making the list this year. Number 3 on the list is The Work by Bree Lee. Bree Lee is, she's written a few non-fiction. So you've got, I think it's Who Gets to Be Educated. Oh gosh, I can't remember that one. Eggshell Skull, which was a memoir. And Who Gets to Be Educated kind of looks at the really fraught education system in Australia. But The Work is actually her first piece of fiction that she's writing. And so that's going to be really exciting to read. She's an Australian author from Brisbane. And this is set in between Manhattan and Sydney. And it's a bit of I think it was really funny how she described it. It was like a fever dream, a capitalist fever dream with a bit of spicy sexiness in there. So that sounds really fun. So I definitely want to read more from her, and it'll be exciting to read her in fiction now. Book number 4 in my list is called Thanks for Having Me by Emma Darragh. This is actually by a new imprint called Joan, and it's established to make very rebellious voices heard in the publishing industry. So I'm very excited for this one. It's interesting. I haven't read too much into it. They had a bit of an author interview on the site talking about what the author wrote of the story, and it's a bit of like a retelling of 3 generations of women as such, and ideas of girlhood, motherhood, womanhood, and selfhood as well. So I'm very interested to see where this goes. Number 5 is Bear by Julia Phillips. This is taking me back to the Pacific Northwest coast in North America, and this is set for 2 sisters who live on an island just off of Seattle, off the Washington coast, and they have a very mysterious forest visitor. That pulled me in straight away. I do love when a book is set in the Pacific Northwest, because I lived there for a time, and I love when they get very atmospheric and mysterious. So very excited for that one too. So, and the cover's stunning. Oh my gosh, I'm very excited. That pulled me in straight away. The cover first and then do the description. Next is number 6, and that is Tommy Orange's The Wandering Stars. I read his book There when it came out, oh gosh, a while ago, I can't remember, but when I read There when it first came out, and that was amazing. It was really, really interesting. A First Nations American man, and like that story of that really horrendous massacre that happened. So this, I think, is following a family's post-massacre. I'm not sure if it's generational or not. I think it's just following different people post-massacre in a colonialist society. So I think it's going to be really interesting. And their writing was stunning. I think it won the Pulitzer or was nominated. But yeah, so that one was really good. I really thoroughly loved There. So as soon as I saw he had another one coming out, straight on the list. So the next two are actually ones that I've been spying from New Zealand publishing. Ever since I went over to New Zealand and I got some amazing books, I wanted to keep an eye out. So they have a few independent presses over there and also a few like strictly New Zealand presses as well, or book publishers I should say. And so these are the two that have really caught my eye and I'm very, very excited for them. So coming in at number 7 is Ash by Louise Wallace and then The Meres by Tina Maccaretti. So both of these, from one, women writers, two, New Zealand perspective. I think The Meres or The Myers by Tina Maccaretti, there's not much out about it. She's basically writing a very character-led generational story about love and family. But from what all the rumors are happening, it's really, really popular. So I am looking forward to that one. So I'll leave the link below if you want to check them out from the publishers. But yeah, definitely look into these ones and look into New Zealand press. Like they do some amazing fiction over there and it's just annoyingly doesn't come to Australia very much. I mean, we do have amazing Australian fiction as well, but I would definitely like to read more New Zealand, or at least see it in the shelves as well. Coming in at number 9 would be absolutely no surprise for anyone who's been on my channel for a while. It's going to be the next Sulari Gentile book called The Mystery Writer. Oh, this is her more contemporary mystery series. So it's not these ones over here, the Roland Sinclair ones, but it's a more contemporary mystery series. I think they're all standalones from memory. I can't recall because I read the second one like straight as it came out in a bit of a fever dream. So I'll have to recall on that one. But yeah, so this is about a woman who is a crime writer. And basically she becomes the next target of the serial killer who becomes fascinated with her. And so she needs to finish her book and get out of isolation before the serial killer comes after her, or like the killer comes after her. It sounds very good. I think it's going to be very, very fun. So yeah, that was The Mystery Writer by Sulari Gentile. Hopefully she's not writing from true experience. That would be awful. But I think, yeah, I love how she always plays with genre very, very well. She plays with the mystery writing genre and she usually tricks the reader in many ways. And lastly, number 10 is a hopeful mention, and that is Heartstopper Volume 6. Heartstopper is a beautiful queer graphic novel series, and Volume 6, which is the final volume, is coming out hopefully next year, because the 5th one just came out in November or start of December this year, and I read it like within an hour. It's such a sweet series, and I've read every single volume as soon as it come out, and I just can't wait for number 6. So I'm putting a hopeful 2024 mention, hoping that it does happen next year, because I would love to read the conclusion of that series. As an honourable mention right at the end, I'm going to also mention the next Robert Macfarlane. I believe it's a 2025 release, but one can hope. He's basically writing on rivers in this one, so it'll be wonderful to read his perspective and how, especially where he went from Underland, like where his thinking of time is fitting into the river's perspective. So that's going to be really fun. So yeah, I'm definitely going to hope for that one for 2024, but I'm pretty sure it's a 2025 book. But otherwise, I'll just keep reading all my wonderful books, and within no time, I'm sure it'll be nearly 2025 and that book basically nearly be released. So let me know down below what books you're looking forward to for 2024. I nearly said 2025 then, but what books you're looking forward to for 2024. It was kind of hard to do it this year because so many books are already on my shelves that I really want to read. And it was just like, oh my gosh, what do I want to read that's coming out? And it was, as soon as I started looking, all these things started popping up. So maybe it's a hard thing to do because it just gets you excited for all the hype new books. Especially when I'm trying to read all of these ones that I already have on my shelf. So yeah, maybe I won't look too closely at this list, but it's definitely going to be something to keep my eye out for when they roll around and be published in 2024. Otherwise, that's a very chatty one from me. I can't wait to chat with you all down in the comments below, but let's get puzzling, and I'll see you next time. Bye.